Back in the park again, and it just feels like yesterday when I decided to sit down here and record my first video here in this park a few months back, maybe close to 2 months ago. It really feels like yesterday when I decided to start this YouTube channel. And it's not that I've learnt this, because I already knew this, and I'm sure you guys know this already, but it's only when you really get to experience it at a full level that you really get the understanding of how real this thing is. But time moves so much faster than what you think it really moves on. As in you're going to die earlier than what you think you're really going to die. And this thing is pretty obvious, but let's say Allah tells you when you are going to die. Let's say He were to give you the exact same day, exact same hour, minutes and seconds in which you are going to die. Maybe it's in like 50 years, 70 years. The day you're going to die, it's going to feel like not even a day has gone by on earth. And in fact, the ayahs, the verses in the Quran come to mind when I say about these things, because we all know that on the Day of Judgment, we're all going to feel as if we stayed part of a day, maybe a day or two, or just a couple of hours on earth. But in reality, we're going to spend, some of us are going to spend years upon years on this world. Some people are just going to spend a few minutes, and those are both are unlucky but also really lucky ones, if you look at it from different perspectives, right? And some of us are only going to live a few days or a few months. Alhamdulillah, until now I've been able to live quite a few years, and inshallah I'll be able to live more years, but the time is going to come to everybody when Allah's going to take our life, basically. I don't even know if I can say the word D-I-E. Yeah, D-I-E. I'm terrible at spelling, I'm terrible, but who cares? What am I going to say in this video? What's the point of this video? I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on what's been happening in my life this past week. This was my last week of school, as in for like the Christmas break, because some of you still don't know this, and if you're a new viewer, you may not know this. But I'm actually from Italy. I live in Italy. I've lived my whole life here in Italy, half British. That's why I've got an English accent. But I'm on my Christmas holidays now, since today. This is a Saturday, by the way. So if you're watching the video, you're going to watch it tomorrow compared to the day that I recorded it. It's just some stupid stuff, but you get my point. But I must say, I just did 3 months of school. 3 months of school. These 3 months literally felt like only one day has gone by. They really feel like as if my first day of school, of my last year of school, was yesterday. I mean, yes, of course, I've still got 5 more months left of school, inshallah, hoping not to fail my last year of school. It's looking good for now, so. But it really feels like yesterday when I started my last year of school. Yet it's been 3 months. As I said at the start of this video, it feels like yesterday when I decided to sit down and make a video about how Allah Azza wa Jal increases your iman without you even noticing. And that video went really well. Over 60,000 views, alhamdulillah. It really feels like yesterday. It feels like yesterday when I posted my last video. It really does. And I'm sure for you who are watching this video, you have to have realized yourself that time just moves so much faster than what you think it really moves on. It's like you plan for something, although Allah is the best of planners, right? But maybe you make a plan and you tell yourself, I'm going to go to Umrah in 2 years. And looking at it now, 2 years is a lot. But the day you're actually going to go to Umrah, it's going to feel like a day has gone by since you said and you planned that you were going to go to Umrah within 2 years. And I know this makes sense. I'm not going to say my typical phrase of, does this make sense? Because I always say it in every video. But that's not the point. And why am I saying you this, that life moves on so much faster than what you actually think it moves on? I'm saying this because we all tend to procrastinate. We all tend to give ourselves more time and more freedom of choice when it comes to our future, who we want to be, what we want to do in our life. I'm not saying you need to have complete clarity over that, because I've said this in my last couple videos. I have no idea of where I'm going and who I want to be. But at some point I was. And I'm so glad, alhamdulillah, that I decided to take action the day that I realized something needed to change about myself. I'm so glad that I decided to take action and I didn't use the same old excuse that every single person uses at school. And I'm not even saying that they're late to the party, right? But maybe they are. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people tend to say, I'm going to wait until when school ends, I'm going to start working on myself. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start that YouTube channel. I'm going to start my career, or as soon as I find a job, then I'm going to come to the gym, or then I can really start to live my life, right? You're never going to have that point in life where you're going to feel so secure. You're never going to have that moment in life where everything seems perfect for you to take a certain decision. Never. If you're looking to get married and a potential spouse comes up to you and says, look, I'm interested in you, I'd like to marry you, right? You can't really, and it's not to hate on the people that do say this, but I don't really agree with certain people who use this excuse, but people who say, no, I can't marry now because I'll wait until university ends before I marry, or I'm going to find a job, then I'm going to marry. But you never know when the next opportunity for marriage is going to come. You never know when you actually get a job, when you actually finish university, how many more responsibilities you're going to have that are going to give you that increase in resistance when it comes to marrying someone. What gives you that clarity? What gives you that certainty that things are going to figure themselves out? Like, I don't know if it makes, there we go. I use my famous phrase. I don't know if this makes sense. But how are you so certain that things are going to be less chaotic in the future? Like, if I'm being honest, I'd prefer to see things in the future as more chaotic compared to now. I feel like now, how I'm living my life now, is so much more peaceful, calm, and there's more tranquility in my everyday life compared to what I'm going to be living in 10 years' time, 5 years' time, 1 year's time. Because as I said, I'm on my last year of school. So many more responsibilities are going to be put on my shoulder, if Allah wills so. It's like as if we're always trying to look for an excuse to do things that we know we should be doing, but that we don't really feel like doing because they're too hard to pursue. There's too much resistance when we really want to take action. But yet again, how are you so sure that tomorrow everything's going to be better? Everything is going to be as perfect as you'd like it to be. The best moment to start improving your life, the best moment to start coming back to Allah is today. It's right now as you're watching this video. Because I've had a lot of messages from you guys, and a lot of you seem to tell me that you're trying to get back on the deen, or you're trying to start your YouTube channel, for example. Or generally speaking, you're just trying to improve yourselves. And the best thing to do is just start now. Why are you waiting? Like, there's no point in waiting. There's really no point in you saying, I'll wait until tomorrow before I start something. There really isn't. Like, in only certain cases, in my opinion, are you allowed to say such a thing. For example, if you want to start a business and you need X amount of money to start that and you don't have that amount of money, then yes, sure. Wait until you get that amount of money so you can actually, I don't know if you guys can see this, just pieces of leaves and stuff just started raining down on me. Maybe the camera caught it, but who knows? Oh well. Going back to what I was saying, I've lost what I was saying. Perfect. Perfect. Got it. Like nothing is going to be as perfect as you'd like it to be. Everything at some point is going to feel harder than what it feels now. So why on earth are you waiting to take action? Taking action today, starting to improve your deen, starting that business that you really want to start, or proposing to that person you want to marry, is the best decision you can do today. And even if the person you're proposing to says no, or even if you're going to fail with that business, or even if your salah isn't going to be, you're not going to be as focused as you'd like to be, at least you're doing it. At least you're doing that salah. At least you started that business. And at least you tried your chance with that person when proposing to him or her. And I'll always remember this, and in my opinion, you guys always need to remember this as well. If you do not decide to take one step forward, there's only one thing which is guaranteed, which is failure in every single aspect of life. You not taking action is literally you giving yourself 100% guaranteed failure. Because if you don't take action, you cannot succeed. There's no chance of succeeding. But if you take action, there is a chance, as there is also a chance of failing. But the difference is this: taking action doesn't really cost anything, it just costs energy. Okay? So why not try your quote unquote luck? Although we don't believe in luck, we believe in the qadr of Allah, obviously. Life's really shorter than what we expect. So really try to live it at your best. That's really what I've realized since this first part of the school year has ended. I've really realized that life is so much shorter. It's going to feel like tomorrow when, inshallah, I'll post a video of me saying, school is over, now what? Or something like that. Like it's going to feel like one day has gone by, the day I, for example, get married. Life is really short, so please, please, if there's one thing that you can take from this video, take that action you've always wanted to take. Start that thing you've always wanted to start. Because the best time to plant a tree, and this is a quote which I really love, the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, and the second best time is today. So live your life the best way possible while pleasing Allah Azza wa Jal. Also, to end the video on a good note, I've got two things. Please don't click away, because I've seen the retention on my last video. A lot of you guys decide to leave the video at this point, but I'm not selling you guys anything. One thing, I've got a newsletter. It's very simple. It's like a link down in the description box below. It's called Righteous Sunday, and it just talks about what I talk in my videos every Sunday. Completely free. You can sign up and inshallah you'll get an email. And the second thing is a charity. Now this is an important thing, and please stay with me just a few more seconds. Donating to charity is like one of the best good deeds you can do. There is literally, you will never regret donating to charity. You'll never go broke giving in charity. And ultimately on the day of judgment, charity is one of the things that will protect you from some of the punishments, obviously, of the day of judgment. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but generally speaking, charity is a very important thing to do. So there's also another link below to go and donate incubators for newborns in Syria. We all know what's happening in Syria with Israel that's now obviously bombing Syria. I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube, but who cares? And so it's a very important thing, in my opinion, to donate. Go save a life now. Even just €1, $1, £1, whatever it may be, really helps. And inshallah, it will all pay back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.